Okay, we are in. All righty, let's get started. Hello, everyone. This is going to be a quick video tonight. Let me start with this first. Of course, the system is slow. Okay, what happened? Really? Hello, everyone. Thank you all for returning to King's Legacy Group. Tonight is going to be a quick video because I want to talk about the sole purpose of this platform, and that is to teach individuals to better prepare themselves in financial literacy to achieve their financial goals throughout their life. And most of all, for us that have families, to achieve generational wealth, to pass a legacy on to the ones that we care about. And even if you're not a parent and you may have nieces and nephews, you may want to leave them a legacy. But as I've said several times, in leaving a legacy, whether that be real estate, whether that be life insurance, whether that be stocks, whatever you leave the beneficiaries of your estate plan, you must make sure that those individuals that you are leaving this legacy with, that they have the knowledge to continue the growth of what you left them and to manage that money accordingly so that it's not squandered, so that it's not thrown away, so that it's not misspent. I mean, that's such a waste of time and energy on our part if we don't make sure that the family members that we're leaving these things with are not going to do right by your memory and your effort, and dishonor themselves by not keeping up the discipline in managing their finances. So I want to take a little step back today and go over. If you watched the previous episode, you know that I've already started the process of teaching how to, well, the beginning process of being a long-term investor. And again, part of being a long-term investor is to leave a legacy of generational wealth. At least that's my purpose. Whatever your purpose is, you figure out what's best for you. But the purpose of me doing this platform is to help the generation now to establish it, help the generation who's going to receive it, who's going to be awarded it, gifted it, to do right by it and to do the same thing for their family coming behind them. So this one is going to be about investing for generational wealth, part 2. And it starts with our family of children. So before we get started, as always, let's go over the disclaimer. And the full disclaimer can be viewed on the website at www.kingslegacygroup.com. The information we share is based on our own opinions, experiences, practices, and insight into the strategies suitable to our life and financial wellness for our family. King's Legacy Group is not financial advisors, and our videos are for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Excuse me, I got acid reflux. You must do your own due diligence and seek professional advice when you feel the need to confirm or expand your understanding of knowledge on any topics covered on this platform. Always remember to make smart decisions that suit your own needs and do your own research and analysis. Remember, on the previous video, I talked about the primary reasons to invest, and I'll go over those briefly again. Investing is a highly effective method with meaningful results to create wealth. It requires less time to monitor and watch the market's activity and its fluctuations than in short-term investing. It reduces the taxes and fees, allowing you to keep more of your money to compound over time. Investors that think long-term understand a competitive advantage, growth prospects, and company competency. It also drives future returns for shareholders, and you are a shareholder. When you invest in stock, you are a shareholder of the company or companies that you invest in. So again, following back on the purpose of learning financial literacy to gain financial wellness, to achieve generational wealth, is for the planning of our future, of our kids. The responsibility of being a parent is preparing your children for the future they will face. How you proceed with that knowledge can have a serious impact on their financial literacy, their mental well-being, and the level of life advantages that they can have based on our efforts. Any financial restraints you may have, you can still start your child's plan with a directive of intent. You are purposeful in every step that you make to achieve and overcome these financial restraints. Where you start determines that child's leverage. I've mentioned before, if you are a new parent and you have a newborn, you can check with your insurance company or whatever insurance representative that you speak with to purchase your life insurance. Again, my preference is long-term investing, and that would follow, well, not long-term investing, would be the whole life insurance. But again, you choose what's best for you. I'm not telling you not to do term life insurance, but keep in mind, term life insurance is only to get death benefits, and that goes to your family once you have passed. You can't utilize long-term, excuse me, I keep saying long-term. I'm sorry, I have a toothache. I'm trying to get through it. That's why I said it was going to be short tonight. For term life insurance it only can be utilized for death benefit payout. That's it. Death benefits. You can't utilize it while you are alive. The only way you can utilize a life insurance policy while you are alive, while you're paying for it, while you are investing in it, contributing to it every month, is if you have whole life insurance. So again, that's my preference. You do what's best for you and your family choices. But if you are a parent, none of us are planned parents. We did not plan, most 98% of us did not plan to become parents. Now, we knew we would become parents if we were having unprotected sex, of course, but being prepared and knowing exactly what to do as a parent is all learned as we go. Some of us succeed, some of us fail, some of us take a little time to get to the success of parenting and understanding um, the best ways of parenting. So we have all learned as we go. But one of the things about parenting is to help prepare our children to make better decisions and to be better prepared for life circumstances. That is the role of a parent, regardless whether you fail or succeed or not. It doesn't change your responsibilities as a parent. So, if you are able, and I'm just going to throw out some numbers. If you have a newborn, and if you just start with $5 a day, that's 7 days a week, that's $35 a week with a newborn. And again, it depends on the life insurance policy. The age could differ from when you can start. I don't want to say for sure, but I think I heard someone say 13 weeks. Could be shorter than that, but again, it may depend on the policy itself. So that'll be what you can inquire about when you're checking to see about getting life insurance on your newborn. But if you have a newborn and you invest $5 a day for the next 18 years of your child's life, just $5 a day, $35 a week for 18 years with, let's say, 10% compound interest, you're looking at close to $60,000 when that child turns 18. That's $60,000 more than what your child would have had if you did nothing. They probably, if you did nothing and invested in their future, and the first time they were able to generate their own income is probably age 16 or 17 with a part-time minimum wage or low wage. Minimum wage is low, but even $18 an hour is low wage. And they start making their own money, putting money in their savings account for the next 3 years until they turn 18. They probably would save, depending on how much they saved. Most people that young are not going to really understand how much they need to save out of their weekly paycheck or bi-weekly paycheck. So it probably won't ever be enough. But let's just say it takes them 2 to 3 years to probably just save $3,000. Don't you think your child would be in a better financial position? Keep in mind, they would be in a better financial position with almost $60,000 by the time they're 18. They will be in a better financial position with the time that you took from them growing up until age 18, to make sure they learned financial literacy. And that doesn't just help your child, that helps you too, as opposed to having a child that's going to be continuously depending on you even after age 18, because they're going to make mistakes. They're not going to be prepared for life. They're going to need to borrow money from you. And most kids don't pay money back to their parents. And that's not their fault. That's the parents' fault. I don't have that issue though. me and my kids, we treat each other like business partners. I love you. I'll be there for you. I'll loan you what you got to loan you, and you can pay me back on a scheduled basis. We treat each other like that, and that's okay. That's the understanding that we have, because neither one of us are obligated, regardless of us being blood relatives. But that's just our family way of doing things, and that's okay. Let's say if you don't get started when your child is a newborn or a toddler, and let's say you have not been financially able to, because my point here is it's better late than never. So if you can start now, even with the little that you have. Something is better than zero. So if your child is 10 years old and you start investing, again, let's say $5 a day, $35 a week, and for the next 8 years, you can have almost $20,000 for that child, ready for them when they turn 18. 20,000 sounds a whole lot better than 0 to 3,000. And that's only if they save that money on their own from their own part-time job as a teenager. Because you didn't do what you should have done to put your child or children in a better financial position entering adulthood. Now, again, better late than never. Child is 15 years old. Let's say with this same scenario of you haven't contributed to investing for your child's future, and they start when they turn 15 with their first first part-time job. But they have enough maturity to understand how much they need to save to acquire a financial future. And we still gonna keep it at an 18-year lifespan. So from age 15 to age 30. At age 15, that child makes the decision to save $50 per week out of their weekly paycheck. $50. They understand it's more important to save that money and invest it than to spend it on things that bring them no value. There's a rare child that's going to understand that. So that's why it takes us as parents to instill that knowledge that's needed of financial literacy. So even if you couldn't physically contribute the money to invest for your child, at least contribute the knowledge that your child needs to be prepared for adulthood. And that's learning the financial literacy. Okay? So a 15-year-old makes this decision and saves $50 per week out of their paycheck for the next 15 years. So that means that's going to take them all the way to age 30. With 10% compound interest. That 15-year-old would have made a sound decision to do that. And when they turn 30, they would have $76,000 plus dollars. We can round it off to 76,500. Just round it up, because it's like $76,462.82. That sounds pretty darn good to me, and I'm sure your child would appreciate at least the knowledge that you gave them. And even though I'm talking about investing, starting somewhere for long-term investing, this is part of it. So even if you don't have the money to get started investing in your child's future, invest in your child and share the knowledge that they need to make the right decisions. Because even with me telling you all how to start investing to buy stocks, I know that's intimidating in itself, but that still doesn't change everything else I have mentioned since day one, and that is learning the skills and using the tools to leverage all that financial literacy to achieve financial wellness. Now I'm not saying wealth, because if you have the mental wellness to know what needs to be done, you will achieve the wealth. So I will repeat a million times, starting somewhere is better than starting nowhere. Even with you now, if you are a grown up, if you're age 30, this could be a method of part of your retirement. Let's say you're age 30 and you're still working a job or in a career that doesn't offer 401k. Not every job offers 401k. You still have ways to achieve a retirement plan. You still have ways to achieve a savings investment plan, because investing is nothing but savings. It's the same thing. You just add the compound interest to the savings. Okay. Let's go back. Let's say the initial investment, as I indicated, the initial investment is going to be $50 to get you started. Your monthly contribution will be $50 a week or $200 a month. The length of it is 15 years. An estimate of interest rate is 10%. The frequency is annually. This helps determine how much your money can grow using the power of compound interest. Either your parent is contributing or you use your job's income to plan your own future. So, parent, if you feel that you are not able to comprehend the lessons of the financial literacy, that's okay. But at least make sure your children learn who may be more capable to do so. And then maybe they can turn around and help guide you through the process as well. But don't just sit back and do nothing and don't teach our kids anything. That's one way of being a bad parent. And you can take offense to it all you want. It really doesn't matter. The only thing I'm stating is fact. If we make the choice to have these kids, then we have to hold the responsibility to make sure they're prepared for life. Again, even if you get started late, you still have time for a good financial investment, even to reach age 30. And if you're age 30, you still have a plan to reach your retirement years with a decent savings. Shouldn't be the only plan, but it's a good plan to be part of it. Long-term investing, again, is never too late. And it doesn't just have to be about you and your child's savings and investment. I just had a conversation with some family, and I was talking to them about coming together to do the whole life insurance. We pool our money together to pay up on the paid up edition on another policy. So this is no different. You can make a family investment based on one person's account by the family contributing to the monthly contributions. draw up a family contract. Within that contract, it's going to indicate who controls it, who will monitor it, how to handle circumstances that may come up during the term of the policy, and when to settle the policy. Or if you contribute to paying up the addition on the policy to be able to kickstart the cash value in a whole life policy, and then you all make the decisions on that loan of that cash value, not the policy, but the cash value in your policy. And you all draw up a contract on how that's going to be dispersed, how that's going to be handled. Part of that contract should include paying up another year so you can restart the same thing, and how to pay the loan off, how long it's going to take you to pay the loan off. But any money that's coming out of that loan should be put somewhere where it's going to continue to grow with compound interest. Or an investment, real estate, or starting a family business. Again, that's what you as the family have to decide on. And of course, the person that the account is under, of course, you all are voting on who's to be trusted, but it's going to be in the contract. You're going to set up an account for that, even with the bank. All thing you have to do is make sure you got all your contracts in place, even with the bank, on who has authorization for the account. But no one should ever be able to touch the account without someone else being there. And it should only be, well, I'm going to go out into that further when I do another video. I'm going to go into full extent of how that would look like if your family decided to come together and really help each other. Because you don't have to do it alone. If you're not able to financially do it on your own, then pull your family together and y'all do it together. And everyone gets even share, or again, a fair, even discussion on how that money is going to be utilized and how it's going to grow for everybody. This is nothing new. We just don't know. And we can't blame on society or whatever or whoever not telling us. That's on us. But you got somebody telling you now. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You have someone telling you now. There are many ways to accomplish this, through stocks, mutual funds, whole life dividend insurance. So many ways you can accomplish family financial growth. And I am the main one at the front of the line holding hand up. Everything must be in writing. I don't care who you are, family or not. Everything must be in writing and agreed upon. Everything. So no, don't ever do anything like this without it being in writing. And making sure you're going into these arrangements with family that you trust and that trust you. So find ways to work together. Why can't the family come together to accomplish the common goal of generational wealth? It doesn't have to be such a lonely task to achieve financial wealth for the individual or the family objective. If you need to go back to recap how to get started on investing, go back to video 23. But this video is also about how to get started with investing. So I hope you all are listening. It doesn't have to be that hard. So this is going to be the end of this video because, again, my tooth is killing me. And every sound that I make speaking just electrifies through my face. So I hope that you found some value in the content shared today. So until next time, please take care of yourselves and know that knowledge is real power when you apply it. Please remember to click like and click share. If you'd like to make a comment, please do so. And thank you for joining us. And this is it for now. I'm about to sign off in a second as soon as I get the screen down. Bye bye. You want to say bye? So serious.
I want you
Kayla has been home for the past 2 days, and hopefully she don't have COVID. Even though we are vaccinated, but I think my mama got sick and they went out of town with my sister. So just to be on the safe side, I took her to get tested yesterday. So
a sore throat.
It doesn't still. That's still one of the symptoms, but still, grandma worse than you are, and she definitely can't afford to get sick. So better safe than sorry. We've been staying home. We should get the test results tomorrow. I don't think that's what she has.
I don't.
But again, just being on the safe side. So yeah, you're gonna have a lot of school work to make up.
Okay, that's why I show you the TikTok.
What?
I will show you the TikTok.
Okay, let me get signed off. Bye.